Yeah, this is Mr. Vron. Welcome to PRTV, where you set the stage. Peace.
I say no be lie, no be everybody. When sleep for night, you wake up, see the light, see the future is bright, I need the enter for I, make you do your best, Papa God will handle the rest,
First of all, where are you from?
Now, I'm from Nigeria, man. I'm from the eastern Nigeria. I'm an Igbo boy.
You know Nigerians, Igbo.
Yeah, I'm an Igbo man.
Hey, can you break the code down? Why Igbo? Because not everybody from.
Now, Igbo is a language. Let me not go too crazy. It's just a dialectic language.
Dialectic. Okay.
Nigeria.
So, how was life like growing in Nigeria? You was born there.
I was born in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I was born in Ogun State, which is close to Lagos. Then my parents moved back to the east in 1996. It was a very interesting experience. Now, growing up in Nigeria, I would never ever want to grow up anywhere in the world. I love Nigeria. I don't have the experience of growing up in America, and I cannot tell you, but I think I had the best growing up.
Nigeria has been one of the pillars where we're talking about movies, we talking about like music, especially. Nigeria is that place where you guys put on for Africa. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why when I heard your music, influenced the Afrobeat sound, you're not using melody. You're a true Nigerian, you feel me?
No, I'm pure Nigerian. I can never be any other thing else.
For sure. So growing up, both parents, you know what I'm saying? You love your home.
No, my parents, you see, it's something about parenting. I don't want to come here and tell you that my parents were crazy or something. No, I have the best parenting.
No, for sure.
Life gives you what you have. And let's put it this way.
Right.
When life gives you lemon,
you make lemonade.
You make lemonade. Now, my parents, they were not the richest, but they were able to provide for us.
For sure.
And they were able to care for us, even till today. So I had the best parents growing up, and I'm not, it was hard. It was tough growing up, but
they made a way, you feel me? And that's one thing people gotta give credit to their parents, when you can just wake up and no matter what you're dealing with, your parents can still make a way. So that's why for you guys, take care of your kids, because it starts there.
It is true, because
especially the way the generation is now.
The reason why you need to appreciate your parents is because when you were born, when they give birth to you, you were crying. That was the most. A parent loves the kids more than the kids, and this is the truth. You can argue it from now to tomorrow, regardless of what. The mother a parent loves their kid more than the kid loves their parent, and this is fact. You cannot tell me that the child that was born today that is too small keeps the mom awake. The mom carried you 9 months. Right. That's beyond love, the pain, the stress. That's pure love to keep you alive. Didn't abort you. That means the mom loved you to go through that pain. Give birth to you either by surgery or natural. That's beyond pain. That is pure love.
Right.
Those are expression of love. They are patient with you. You grow up, you start talking. They were still patient with you, regardless of how much money they have or nothing. I don't think any human being should come out, regardless of the condition, and speak down on their parents.
No, respect.
It is my theory. You can never do that. If I see you doing that, I have to disconnect.
And you'll be blessed for that statement, because right now I feel like everything starts with basics. Yeah. Like even now, kids at school, frustrated, school shootings and all this stuff. If it starts with the home, parents understand the role they play.
Yeah.
You feel me? I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Talk to your child, like be involved, like you say. You know what I'm saying? Because the love has to be unconditional. You feel me? Now, when did you leave Nigeria and come to the U.S.?
2017.
2017?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow, just all right.
2017.
How was the conditions like coming here, like school or what?
Coming to America, I would say is a brave journey. People will ask, why would you say? See, in Nigeria, there is a lot of factors that are affecting the dynamics of the situation growing up, being around people. But going to America wasn't easy. Everybody said you don't got to go to America to make it. Yeah, I was a graduate. I came out from school,
Yeah, you seem very educated. That's why I said school.
I have everything that I need, but it's like you got to get a master's degree. You got to go up in time. I was like, no, I need that now. I just need to travel. Now, the main reason for traveling is exploration. People,
you gotta spread your horizon.
To me, I wanted to explore the world, and now America was an option. During the time I was going to America, I was trying to come to America. I had a scholarship in China, at China Pharmaceutical University.
Oh.
Now I've also okay, cool. I've had an admission in Deakin University, Australia. So I was like, okay, cool, which one am I going to go to? So America was the choice. So I said, okay, no. It's something that makes America great. One of the reasons
I was just going to ask you why.
One of the reasons why I wanted to come to America is to understand why America was great.
Because we heard, even me, I'm from Liberia. America was a go-to place. Everybody, America.
Yeah, but what makes it great? I think right now I know what makes America
great.
great.
My opinion, I feel like what makes America great is the opportunities they give people. You know what I'm saying?
So why does America have opportunities? That is the important question.
They took it from America know how to put things together. They collect from here, collect from there, connect from here. Feel me? All these immigrants, all these foreigners, they come with their ideas and their ideology, and they add to the population. They add to this.
But Canada has the same thing. Canada has migrants. Russia has a bunch of Africans.
Right.
Ukraine had a bunch of African people going there to study medicine because they had the best medicine. Every country had some sort of migration. But what made America great is their business system.
Yep.
America is a capitalist nation, a nation where you can set your price and sell yourself the way you want to. That is why America is biggest in the world.
Yeah, now for sure. And they've always been good at that. You feel me? Even a country that can come to you, make them feel like you need them when you have everything is crazy. You feel me?
Yeah, is marketing.
Hell yeah.
You see, if I tell you that the clothes you're wearing is dirty and I can prove it to you by reflecting myself on you, you believe it.
Nah, that's facts.
It's about telling you that it is. And if I give you enough reason to do it.
And I be telling people around me, life is all about perspective.
It is.
Just like that.
It is.
You feel me? If I can make you believe what I want you to make, and that's the beauty of business, you feel me?
Yeah.
How was it adapting to I know Nigeria is one of those you know what I'm saying, high up type caliber places in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria is beautiful.
Yeah.
Going to school in Nigeria is tough. So there is no need for you not to adapt. So you had a teacher. My lecturers were great lecturers. Not great in terms of that they didn't understand what they were teaching, but they were really people that. So
adapting here.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Adapting to America wasn't an easy process. You see, there is a culture shock.
Yeah.
There is language difficulties.
So you light skinned though.
No, it doesn't change the fact. Being light skinned doesn't afford you the privilege of culture shock.
Did you speak a different language? You speak fluent.
No, English. I've learned English all my life. Any Nigerian that can't speak English has problem. All of us have learned English. It's probably what they teach you with. They beat you up to learn English.
Oh.
This is the thing. They beat your culture out of you. This is African system. Our teachers are slave masters. So when you were young, they send you into the slave camp.
Right.
And they teach you English, and if you don't learn English, they beat the hell out of you. So they beat English into us and beat our culture out of us. So your language become obsolete. So you're afraid of speaking your language because you think there's a man behind you.
And that goes back into America, how they can make you feel like that there's a country that can make you feel like you need them. Because that's their English, that's their. They've installed their ways onto us so much. You feel me?
No, it's the colonial effect. You see, the colonial effect is when you've learned so much about other people that you forget about how you live.
Exactly. Talking about go back where you come from. I heard something crazy, right? When a comedian said, oh, no, not a comedian, a priest. He's some type of priest, but he gives like lectures and stuff.
Yeah.
He said like he was giving a meeting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then one of the black people in the audience, he stood up. He said, "I've been hearing you talk." It's like a place where you give a speech and people can respond back, right?
Yeah.
He's giving a speech and then a black dude stood up. He said, "I've been hearing you talk and you speaking messages of." It was a black man of unity, and there's white people back here snickering, talking about go back or where you come from. And the priest was like, and it's crazy when white people say go back where you come from, because if I was to say to you, go back where you come from, where would you go?
The question is that the white man saying that I should go back need to pack out his bag and go back to Ireland.
Talk that shit.
Go back to Europe, because at the end of the day, everybody migrated to this land, called America specifically. So now, if everybody should go back to their land, then I'm damn sure thinking you should start it first because you came here first.
Okay. You feel me?
You should go back first.
They don't even know. So that's the thing. The culture is so
but
they don't have their own.
It's the main thing. The most important thing is the knowledge, but it's also an understanding that there is a lot of issues, but we can talk about issues from now to tomorrow, but if there is no solution, then it's all about a waste of time.
You just keep going.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. It's a waste of energy. But also, being a musician coming to the States, it is tough. It's way tougher as a musician here than it is in Africa. You have to adapt. You have to figure out money. You have to figure out life. You have to also talk about your craft. There's many things surrounding.
And that's one thing I was going to ask you. You being like, what I'm saying, you saying going to school and then you coming here. When did you start like your music journey? When did you start taking interest in
music? Man, I've been a music guy.
I can tell. Before the interview, was you listening to some beats?
My dad plays the guitar. Yes, my dad plays the guitar. So
that helps with your beat making?
My uncle is a guitarist who wanted to be a Rastafari. I just have music around me. So growing up in the space of music,
a family of musicians, that's the best.
We are, although most of them didn't become musicians at the end of the day, but most of them,
love for it.
My uncle went on to become a businessman, made a bunch of money, and still does that till today. My dad went on to do business, not music. But then I decided to do a business that is called music business. Now, I had to figure out how to do business. Now,
turn music into business.
Yeah, music is tough.
Because
music is also easy.
Because not just being an artist, you also produce, you also do film.
Yeah, but when I realized that I don't have people who can translate my ideas very well, it took me 5 years to learn how to produce music, professional music. Then once I know, okay, I get it now. It took me another 1 year to build a particular sound and style for myself.
So around what age would you say it went from just the typical love of music to I'm really good enough to where I can sell this?
Growing up, if I talk about music, I'm going to get booked. I have to be a medical doctor. So I went to school.
Man.
I wrote, there's an exam in Nigeria called JAMB. I wrote JAMB 5 times to get into med school, and no school would take me. So I ended up doing science laboratory technology, hoping that I would still go to do medicine.
Right.
But I never ended up in med school. But the thing about it is that my parents wanted me, everybody everybody called me dog, everybody talked, okay, yeah, you're going to do it. But then I ended up doing physics with electronics.
Man, and did you feel like you disappointed people by doing that?
I didn't disappoint anyone. You see, this is what I learned when I went to college. When I became a science laboratory technologist, I was good at it. I was very, very good at it. When I tell you good at it, I had a lab of mine. I experimented. I've done a bunch of shit that people would never even think about. I could do There are many people that today will graduate in America, knows all the textbook that can't do half of what I do as a technologist.
Yeah,
I'm an
very educated.
Mm-hmm. But the main thing about it is that I realized that if I cannot please myself, then I'm useless to myself. So it was a self-development. And when I realized, okay, the environment I'm in is pushing me in one direction, I need to leave.
Okay, you understand at an early age, like
my journey to figuring out which country to explore and see if it is the same ideology,
So music, because you said music pushed
I've been
you
doing
to
music.
right, because the way I'm hearing it, right, time span wise, you always had a love for music. Just growing up, your
So
father,
when I
uncle,
was in
stuff.
school, I kept writing songs for other girls that I liked.
Yeah, no.
And I wrote one song. It's called "You Are You Are the Only One for Me." So it was this girl of mine.
And that's the first song you dropped.
Yeah.
I seen it on YouTube.
So that song, I wrote that one. But I officially went into a studio with my friend Kolenshi when I went to college.
Okay.
My first song was 2011 when I went into the studio.
And that's in Nigeria.
Yes, and I released the song called. First song was "Miss You."
Okay.
So which was one of the songs that I had in this my very, very big notebooks of songs I've written.
Was you producing at this time?
No. Kolenshi, my friend, produced the song.
Okay.
So when he produced the song, I released that song right at the end of our semester exam. So when I went home, the song was already on everyone's cell phone. I was like, damn,
man.
Then it was Bluetooth that was raining, so everybody was sharing the song. And then I was like, oh, that's my song. It's like, get out of here. You can't make songs like that. So I had that experience, and it was a knock on me. And song was, the whole of my village, they had the song. So then I made another song called Choice.
So your first song instantly smashed. Everybody around you,
people loved it.
So you felt like
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
Being an artist, right? And I can honestly understand that the songs that you think, has it been, carry on. Finish what you were saying. I got a question.
I didn't like it. So, but the song was a hit. Then I met the second song, and people liked the second song. I liked the third one. People liked it. I was like, okay, cool. People are liking it.
To you trying things, but to them, they more.
Yeah, more. Then I released one of the bangers that I had called Love Me.
Love Me.
Oh, man. I play that song every time.
When did you release this?
Love Me was in 2013.
Okay. So was it, what was going on around this time to make you,
now,
you say a banger?
Love Me was, before now, during then I was always confused about what love was. So for every song that I wrote was kind of like a mini poem of me questioning what exactly is love.
Right.
So in all of my songs...
Not to get off topic, what is your definition of love? Just quickly.
The thing about it is that love is an action word. I think love is a verb. That's what I would define. Love is a verb. So which means if you say you love me, you have to do something. Love comes with commitment. It comes with action. It is not just a feeling. There is a feeling that pushes you to that, but love is an action word.
Right.
So
even bad times, even when your mind is all messed up.
I think the time it got clear to me was in 2020. Yeah. When I read the Bible, I used to read. I read the Bible. And
you're a Christian?
Oh, hell yeah.
God-fearing.
But I'm not religious. There's a difference between being a Christian and being...
Do your homework on what you mean by that. For you super religious people, calm down.
I think people are tied to a church as opposed to understanding God. So for me, the Bible is a very complete information for me.
We flying on top of
your church has different ideologies going on over there, but it's all right. When Jesus Christ said, "If you love me, keep my commandments," which I translated it as, "If you love me, do not hurt."
Right.
I may forgive you, but do not hurt me intentionally. So I think love is intentionally caring about who you love. I think that's what it is. That's for me.
It's a good definition. You feel me?
Yeah.
Love is I like how you said love is an action.
It's an action.
So sometimes you just gotta show it.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe in second chances?
Second chances, yes, but that's conditional. For me, there's something you do, I will never let you back in.
Yeah. Because you know how, right now I'm pushing peace. I'm doing interviews with a lot of DJs and I'm trying to push peace, you feel me?
What do you mean by push peace?
Push peace as in, right now the world as a whole, by itself, right? It's like we are at war with each other. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Everything that's being pushed, I feel like everything is, purposeful, right? Mm-hmm. If you go on TikTok, 50%, 60%, 80% naked females twerking. that's polluting the child's minds, all types of stuff, right?
Yeah.
People gotta protect their kids, and in that way, because if your mind is like disrupted at a young age, and that's just one example, you feel me? If your mind is, I feel like it starts in the home. If your mind is disrupted later on, you tend to do all types of stuff. So if we can just learn to understand what we got to do as human beings and move right, and the only way to move is positive, peaceful. If you moving positive, you bringing positive energy, that's what you're gonna receive. That's how I was coming with the whole pushing peace movement.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And it's like a fairy tale idea. Of course, there will never be true peace. People feed off negativity. I know that. But
when you say there would never be true peace, there would. You see, there can always be peace.
The reason I say there will never be true peace, because it goes in like Chicago rappers, for example, right? If somebody I love gets harmed because of something you did, depending on how I view the situation and my personal beliefs, I might not ever let that go, no matter what somebody sit down and tell me. Okay. So that's why I said there will never be true peace, but we can try.
Do we ever try to have war when we want to have war?
What do you mean?
Okay. You see, when violence comes, nobody says, I want to try and have violence.
It's an act, yeah.
Everybody just do it.
Right.
So if everybody take the approach we take towards violence and take that towards peace, we will have peace. Peace is easy. Peace is the ability to walk away when somebody slaps you.
Hell yeah.
That is all about it. It takes more strength to walk away than to engage in a fight. And
some people don't have that strength. That's why I said true peace, because it just takes one rotten apple to ruin the batch. You know how that goes. But the more, the better.
Let me share an experience with you.
Go ahead.
If you live amongst the rich people, you're safe. If you live amongst the poor, you are going to actually get more.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that, but what do you mean?
Now, this is the thing, though. You listen to my song, Hustler Holik?
Hustler Holik.
Said,
new single out, hot, banger. Do your homework, man. Beat made by Mr. Vron himself.
Yes. So, making money is what I want. Working hard is what I choose. If your vibe is off, I walk. Now, if you give me a negative vibe, I must always walk away from it. Because if I keep a negative vibe close to me, I am brewing chaos. I have to separate myself from chaos to get peace. See, peace is personalized. It's not generalized. So if individually we are able to put away negativity, we will have peace. So that's that line. That short line, that's what it means. Then, I don't want to join the poor. Now, let me tell you why. The best thing I can do for poor people is not to be one of them. It's not to become one of them. Because the most important thing is to disconnect myself from that. That is one less poor man in the world.
And then you're showing a way,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, that's true.
I love that analogy, right? And the way you talk about peace, let me ask you this, right? You heard about Mobac?
Yeah.
Now, personally, right? I never really. I'm gonna ask you we're gonna go back to the music. I love conversating with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like your insights on things. Now, his circumstances, right? His situation, right? Before I ask the obvious question, who do you think killed him or what do you think happened? What he stood for, right? And how people only started to realize that after he was dead. Because he's saying a song. He said, people only gonna love you when you're gone. You feel me?
You don't become a hero until you die.
Why is that?
It's just the way of the world.
It's like I've seen so many people.
You're way more celebrated in death than alive. Jesus Christ became very famous when he died. When he was right there with everybody.
Create miracles, nobody.
So, that answers the question for that one, because I cannot tell you the reason why, but I think people realize who you are when you die. I think that's what happens is death sparks something in all of us. I don't know, the situation of Mobac. Now, this is one thing. It's a very tragic situation. It's an extremely tragic situation.
They say he was buried alive, man.
But to some extent, I want to say this. I don't know the full story. I can take what I can have seen online. If I take it and analyze it, there's a lot of issues.
Yeah, speak on that. Yeah, speak.
But I cannot, because until the police tells us what is going on,
everything's still a pain.
You know, Sam Larry, we heard he was just me. I mean, that is on another level to think of. But if I don't have the full information, the full side, both side-to-side pictures, I have to understand everything before I actually jump into saying something. And it's a very, very tragic situation.
Yeah.
Now, I want to make this clear. I don't support abuse. And any form of abuse, if you abuse me, I'm going to harm you. That's life. Now, this is it. My theory is this. If you're going to cross the line, be ready to stay in the cage or run. This is the principle of where I grew up from. I grew up in Igbo land, and I'm an Ongwa man, which is a very, very dangerous side of Igbo. We challenge government. The government of Nigeria knows it's like, don't deal with them. We know who we are. Now, we will allow you to do whatever you want, but don't cross the line. No.
Now, for sure.
Now, this is the thing. Bullying is bad. If you know you can't handle it, speak up.
I feel like that's what's going on. So, you feel me? I feel like he was trying to. I feel like personally, he didn't want to deal with the label. You know how it is when you get signed. So when you said earlier,
for the label situation, I cannot speak on label situation because I don't know the back end of issues.
Right.
But for the fact that Sam Larry in video abusing this boy, harassing him, pushing him to his demise from the video. If that was my brother, you would. So we will have to take it up legally and physically. God has to intervene in this because you can't abuse my person. You know, like I have danger in me, but I choose to be calm.
And that's the thing, the most peaceful people, because those are the people I can see. You are a person who understands life.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain level of understanding, you might not have everything figured out, but you have a certain level, you move differently. So if you push people like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you come after, this is my family. Yeah, I have a daughter and I have a wife. Once you cross that door, you're not working out. You have to be ready for whatever you see. Once you cross it, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know I am ready for inside here, but I'm not going outside looking for trouble.
And that's the thing.
You know, I just want to stay. I'm good. I don't need nothing. What I don't have, I plan on how to get it. See, if I don't have money, instead of disturbing myself or stressing you, I figure out a way to get money. If I don't have a car, I say, okay, cool, this is how I'll get a car. I make a plan and I quietly work at it and I'll get it.
Right. That's it. And if everybody was like that, it would be simple. I feel like people can't stand being alone. Like you just say, if you have a plan, like you just say you have a plan, you execute it. And sometimes true execution comes with a sound mind where you have to do things.
Yeah.
You feel me? Some people, that feel like that's what people lack. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
They were not taught how. You see, we all learn a skill. Somebody has to teach you how to do things.
For sure.
The problem is that most of us were taught not to. You see, as a kid, before you reach the age of 5, you had way more no's than you've ever had yes.
Right.
Consider how much no you get every day. You figure out that is the reason that holds a lot of people. I say no.
I want to get back to music, right? Yeah. Because I want them to know your story because I love your music. I feel like you understand the Afrobeat sound, and I feel like Afrobeat is at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, all that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think people, like the way they turn out, right? Do you think, what percentage do you think comes from circumstances, meaning like your upbringing, your parents, stuff like that, stuff that you can't control?
Yeah.
Or do you think, like how a person turns out later on in life? Or do you think it comes more from how, things you've been through, your own personal life experiences? Like, for example, 2 kids can come from an abusive home.
Yeah.
One of them can say, I will never abuse anybody because of that abuse. Or the other one will be abusive because that's where he come from, right?
The thing
Do you understand the question?
Yes, it is environment. There are 3 things that influences the human development. Where you live, the beliefs you hold on to, and your genetics. You see, these three things are the only thing that is going to determine how you're going to, especially not how you're going to turn out, but determine how you structure your life.
What do you think has the most effect, though?
All of them pulls at each other. I don't think one, but the biggest is your environment. Now, your environment will determine your friends.
Right.
Your environment will determine your beliefs. Now, if you grow up in an environment where you think drugs is the best thing to do, you're going to do drugs. It's going to be hard to get away from it unless something changes along the way in your environment or someone comes into your life. You have to understand that either people plug in or people leave your life. There are two things that's going to happen. So when you try to level up in your life, and we see this with when snakes grow, they shell their body. When a tree grows, it shells tree leaves.
Right.
So then whenever there is growth, there is always cut off.
Yeah,
there are things you have to let go.
Right.
If you cannot let those things go, I'm sorry.
Perfectly well said.
Yeah.
I needed to ask that question because sometimes people act like they can't control their, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't control your destiny in a way, but what you choose to allow come within you,
it's not easy.
It's not easy.
You know, I'm going to tell you one thing. You can decide to do something, but how easy it comes to you, it depends on the people around.
Right.
Now, your parents is still
sometimes.
Your parents is a big influence. Let's do this by 50%. Your environment will always influence you 50% of your life. Your beliefs will take about 30% of your life, because your belief will take all the other places.
Right.
Now, if you believe that evil is bad and you understand what evil and good is, then it's easier for you, because now you have two beliefs that you can measure. Now, let me tell you.
So it's an in-depth question.
Decision making
is
a very important part of life. You need to teach people how to make decisions. And you know how to make decisions? You make the right decision by focusing on the consequences.
For real. If you go in that place, this will happen. I feel like that's why if people could just know what will happen before they do certain things.
A lot of people don't know the consequences. That's why they do it.
And some people know it and they still choose that. And that's where it gets a little foggy, because some people just choose to neglect.
They don't have a grasp of the consequences. If someone understands truly the consequences, they will pull back a little bit. Now, some people there are people that are animals, they're gone.
Right.
They've crossed the threshold. Just leave them.
Right.
But that line right there, tips between, do you know the short-term, the long-term consequences and sacrifices that it brings? Do you know how many people this decision will affect?
Right.
Do you know how this can affect your life? Do you understand? Are you willing to take responsibility?
For the thing you're saying, I've said this to so many. Like my brother right now, he's doing life, right?
Yeah.
And it's an interview, but your mindset, and does that, because when I listen to your lyrics, right, instead of, let's get back to music, right? When I listen to your lyrics, right, instead of just aiming to say what you think people are gonna like, it's real. It's catchy, you feel me? People get to dancing, but when I actually listen to the lyrics, like Holik.
Yeah.
First of all, Holik's out now, you feel me?
It's
everywhere, it's global. You know what I'm saying?
It's going crazy.
So how was the creating process with that? How did that song come about?
Holik is a very, very beautiful song. I wanted to create an Afro funk. It's a fusion of funk bass with Afrobeat and amapiano. So I have three of those elements working in there.
Amapiano.
Yes.
What's the difference? Just real quick, what's the difference? Is amapiano and what's the?
I think the difference between it is sound. Sound selection is in production is called sound selection. What sound are you selecting for a particular type of music? So there is a style. There are groove, style, and selections of sound. So their kick is different from the Afrobeat kick. So Everything is different. It's just a different.
Wait, so Amapiano is not Afrobeat? Or is it like under the Afrobeat umbrella?
I mean, all of them are called Afrobeat.
Okay.
So everything is Afrobeat. So Afrobeat, and I mean, everything is Afrobeat.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nah, because I hear I'm on piano, and then the other one is like some other piano.
They are all different. They are all sound. So
do you know the names of them?
You know High Life.
High Life?
High Life music.
You
know our local. Do you know Rumba?
Rumba?
The Congolese sound.
You gotta put me
so
on.
So Awilo Logomba was a Rumba artist.
Oh.
So if you look at those sounds, they are different sounds. Now Afrobeat was first created by Fela.
Okay.
But it wasn't first created by Fela too. But Fela made it popular.
Okay.
So because I mean, I think it starts with Fela, but people will argue that the Afrobeat was a Ghanaian sound. That it was inherited and became big from here.
Yeah, Nigeria, right?
Yes, Nigeria now pulled the sound and just
because big top producers like DJ Tunes is like Nigerian, right?
Yeah, DJ Tunes is Nigeria, but DJ Tunes makes Afro soul.
So many things.
No, it is. So when you take a soul sound will be a regular C major, then adding a 7th, a 9th, or a 13th to make the song has more tension. It's crazy. So when you add more elements to the chords, they produce a certain emotion. So those are soul. And
that's one thing. That's one thing about Afrobeat.
Yeah, they use a lot of extended chords.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like even when I listen to your song Holik, right? Yeah. Even though it's high tempo, but it's like the sound. It's like around you.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
You feel the sound around you.
Like Afrobeat, they do that a lot. Like where is it like what y'all do? Do y'all just be setting the pitches some type of way? Putting
the main goal is for you to.
I thought it was vocal. Like you know how people can the beat be playing it. Yeah, the melodies on the beat.
Yeah, there is a lot of sound. I can talk about production from now to tomorrow, but the most important element is how you place a sound in the room. You have to think about where your music will be played when you're producing the music. And this is one of the most important things. You have to think about where your music is going to be played.
Okay.
And exactly how you want people to feel about the music. I don't just make music because I think it sounds good. I make music because there is a certain emotion I'm going for.
Right.
So,
like you said, Love Me, the first.
Good. So you have to go for an emotion. Music is the most powerful commodity in the world. Music is the most viable product the world has ever seen and the world will ever see. And
that's one thing you realize that made you want to sell the music?
So this is the thing. You got to understand what music is. Music is spiritual. Music is not natural. Music is not just something you play around with. If you play around with music, it will kill you.
That's why people will be worshiping these artists.
I mean, do you know the reason why artists are really, really powerful? A force in culture.
They can control emotion. They can control a person's emotion. Like right now, if you get in the studio, like Holik, right? You feel me? I'm listening to it. Yeah. You feel me? It's the type of thing, like I'm getting some money. I'll play that motherfucker home. You feel me? It makes you want to move. You know what I'm saying?
So it is crazy. You gotta, first of all, I think people need to understand what music is. If somebody's selling you anything, you must hear music in the background. Every commercial has music. Right. For you to really paint the picture of any movie, you need music. Sound is the only thing that teaches you if something is going to happen. You hear the sound leading you up to that event. Sound is the guide to memories.
Right.
It is a blueprint to memories.
What was that? Sound is
the guide to memories.
Man.
It is the blueprint of our life. So it is the only thing that cuts straight into the soul. Visuals don't do it. If you take away music from any video, it's uninteresting.
You know what I'm saying? Your dark days.
Why did TikTok become the biggest platform?
It's the shortness and the music.
No, TikTok became the biggest platform because of music. Take away music from TikTok, nobody's there.
Nah, facts though. Facts. So they even got their own chart, their own chart now.
They have their own music, music chart. But so now you understand. If you understand the paradigm and how powerful and why music is the biggest product, then you know why I need to take time to make it sound. I don't need to do it. I'm creating one of the biggest products in history. And this is something that people will reflect with 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 years as far as it can play.
So you're the type of artist you are. You like classic music. You like music that's gonna be around for years, not just something somebody will hear right now, hear it, then next day just going with the wind.
All music never vanishes. We just have more attention to. We pay attention to what is new now.
Right.
If I still play "Heal the World" by Michael Jackson, it's still greater than what you've ever heard.
Michael Jackson, a great icon.
Yeah.
Quick question, right?
Yeah.
What genre of music you think is to the top right now?
No genre of music is bigger than another, and I'm going to tell you one thing.
I feel like Afrobeat.
Yeah,
because I listen to it a lot personally.
Afrobeat is still young in the world. It's still getting attention. People are still getting to know what it is.
Yeah, but if you think about exactly,
it's
young,
it's a new sound. So let's say
it's crazy.
We've all absorbed. So you've lived in this room with all these things. It's an opportunity to change and repaint your environment.
Right.
So they imagine music like that. That's what happens to genres of music. You are in this room and you've been seeing the same thing, and then opportunity comes. It's like, oh, you can add this to your room. It's like, oh, that looked nice. Okay, we can. So it's actually time. The world is repainting their ideology, and Afrobeat is opening the door to repainting that ideology.
Right.
And in that particular system, Afrobeat is given that opportunity for us to repaint our world. Now, in rap, there is a lot of violence. And I'm going to say this, there's a lot of violence. Now, people are tired of it. Afrobeat brings a soft touch to the violence.
And when I was talking about pushing peace,
yeah.
Afrobeat, because you gotta think Africa is where it started from, right?
Yeah, music started.
You feel me? And the reason why I say Afrobeat is saying because now, as you can see, labels are signing African artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like the Burna Boys.
I don't know. I don't know if that is a good thing. I don't know if that is a bad thing.
I mean, for the culture, the America's been doing that. They've been taking. We just spoke on it earlier. America gonna take
everything. Everything has been taken from Africa.
Money makes the world go round.
I'm hoping we never lose Afrobeat.
Nah, I feel like there's too many. There's too many artists. Like my favorite artist, my favorite Afrobeat artist right now is the dude saying, "Oh shit." Kiss Daniel.
Kiss Daniel. No, Kiss Daniel he's a very I love his fashion more than his music.
Yeah. Of his fashion?
Yeah, he's great at fashion. If you really want to get into fashion, look at Kiss Daniel. He's one of the most fashionable Afrobeat.
You got Nigerians, y'all got the cultural, it's like you guys are the true Americans, I feel like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, like American without the corruptness and stuff like that. You feel me? You guys are the true, like your mannerism, you're very polite. I feel like, you watch like modern day movies and stuff, like how like the modern American family acts, lunch at the
I don't watch home video specialist. I don't like. It's not my favorite type of genre of movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that American lifestyle, Nigerians, the way you carry yourself and everything. You feel me? I fuck with it.
I mean, it's called branding. It's called positioning.
You're big on that too.
So branding and positioning are two things anybody doing anything in life has to look into. What is the brand? What is the positioning of the brand?
Right.
Afrobeat, when Amapiano came out, Amapiano was rising, but as soon as Afrobeat went into it, Nigerians went into it, we picked that Afrobeat, now plug it into Amapiano. We have a shake, which is now bigger than whatever South Africa did. Now we have the biggest. So because we took that and we added to our brand and we bring a brand. So branding is taken, putting it together and presenting it into the market as this is better than what you've ever seen.
Wow, you have a vast understanding of music. Let me just say that.
Music? No, some people know way more than me.
I'm talking to somebody who understands it. Yeah, and honestly, I like the modesty, but honestly, I'm here to talk to you for a reason because I've been watching you.
Yeah.
When did you come to Fargo?
Last year.
Like you just recently came?
I mean, I've moved back and forth to Fargo for a long time. I've been in, and I go back to Texas, come back.
So from Nigeria, where did you come first?
I was a minor.
Minor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I left minor, and then I went to Texas. I've been in Texas since 2018.
And so Texas, because you have a vast knowledge of music. Okay, you always had love. Like you said, obviously.
No, I've always understood. I've always understood music. Music has never been something that eluded in any way. I've always known that music is emotional. Music is a feeling. I've always known the importance of music. I never knew it the way I knew it now, but I've always figured out that if I can. So imagine when I was writing my first song. I was like, how will my girlfriend think about this song?
Right.
If I sing this song to him, how will she feel? Will she feel like this? So, sitting down when I was in high school and I'm thinking about these things and I'm putting them together, that's what you're seeing today. Now, when I come today, when I was writing Holik, it was about, so the ideology of Holik as a music song is very, very deep. And that is one thing about my music. Either it goes too deep or it becomes too soft.
I mean, you said you just said the first song that you felt like you blow up on was "Love Me." Yeah. The title alone. I still want to know. Okay, so the first song you said you felt you blow up.
Love Me is "Do you really love me? Do you really mean those words you say to me? I want to know. So do you really mean it? So it's like, do you really love me? Do you really mean it? When it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna give you an idea. I had this girl in school that just liked me but wanted me to do all his assignment or the homework or the papers I wrote because she's cute. She comes in, she sits down, we talk, and remember, it's not just an easy thing. It's like, okay, this girl is giving me this attention. Then when I go into the house and I'm like, okay, cool. Does she really love me or is she doing these things for the sake of getting my time and what I can offer?
Right.
What happens when I don't offer this particular?
You be quick to realize you quick to debunk something.
Yeah.
Like if something don't make sense to you, could debunk it.
Yeah.
You said love. Okay.
So love me was a way of me expressing myself at that situation. It was a way of me saying, listen, man, I don't know where this is going, but I don't know if it's real or not real. I doubt a lot of stuff. So I have to analyze, check these chairs.
And that song is that logic is very relatable.
So yeah,
you feel like that's why it blew up the way it did.
I think that's why it went the way it went. I mean, if I still play it today, people are like, is that your song? I was like, yeah, it is.
I mean, shit, people know this because, like you just said, you work with P Square, like all these big names. Can you know what I'm saying? Mr. Vron, first of all, where did you even get your name? How did Vron come from?
Vron came from my name. It's just my name.
What?
It's Victor Rani.
So you just...
So take the V and put the Ron on it.
You know what I'm saying? Style.
And
branding.
Vron means Victor that run things. I'm a victorious guy that run the show. So I like running the show. So instead of saying run, I just put run. So it means the victorious guy who runs the show. And I'm always winning when I run a show.
Oh, for sure. Everything's super.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was doing my homework on you and stuff, when I'm noticing your music, first of all, you're very big on Afro. I don't know. Have you ever any style before?
I've done hip hop. I've dabbled in Afro hip hop, which was where my song "Money on the Road" comes in. "Money on the Road" is a crazy song. It was it's a big song. It's one of the biggest song. The video is out. "Money on the Road" is crazy. It's banging. So that song.
You got some hits.
Yeah, that song is crazy. But the bigger than "Money on the Road" is 26 on 5. 26 on 5 is a classic.
Nah, you got a catalog. Mine, go to. Do your homework on Pino.
So
I want to know where you was at. That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Pino is
what does that mean?
Pino means turn off the phone. Turn off. Pino, turn off. Pino, on my enemies, Pino, bad energies, we go banyo. So we will turn off anything that is bad energy, bad vibe. There's too much negativity that comes. If you don't pay attention to it, it's going to drown you out. So Pino means turn it off. Pinyon.
Oh.
Turn it up. So when somebody calls you with some bullshit, it's like, boy, turn it up. So in English, that's what it would be. So Pinyon is Igbo. It's Igbo language. So you gotta turn it up. On my enemies, we go Pinyon.
Like I said,
energies, we go. You
man, like I said, I'm an artist, and when I heard that song, what? Do I gotta hit this man for a feature? What's up? Cause whole time, man, when I noticed your catalog too, you okay. Love Me was was gaining traction, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made you like really just I'm so good with the musical side now.
Mm-hmm.
I can produce. I just saw some beats, bro. If I didn't hear your song before, because now a lot of producers can cross that line. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I did not hear your song before, I would not have thought you made those beats.
Yeah, I made all those beats.
How you got love for music?
I'll give you a small story. I used to work with one of my friends called Alex Ward. When I met Alex in Dallas, Alex said, so we were making a song. In 2020, due to pandemic, we were making a song. We just making songs. So that day, I was trying to make a song for Soulja Boy. So watch this. I was trying to make a song for Soulja Boy. So now, okay, cool, I'm going to make a song for Soulja Boy. So when I make the melody, it's kind of crazy though. I made the melody, I was like, shit, this sounds fire though. So Alex was like, okay, let me get into the restroom. He went into the restroom. In 15 minutes, I was done with Money on the Road.
Man.
He was already banging. I was like, whoa. And then he just came out. He's like, bro, what the fuck is that? That shit sounds fire. What was that? I was like, yeah, I don't know. We are done with it. So by the time he was talking, one thing about my music is I make them with a melody in my head.
Yeah.
So that melody is what comes out as I'm going. Every song I have.
Quick question: when you're processing the studio, you do punching ins, you rewrittens. Just real quick.
I have a bunch of stuff. I write my songs first.
Yeah, because to be able to record yourself and produce it right then and there is like, wow, you just.
So one thing is I have a melody, and in that melody, once I'm done with the beat and I'm comfortable with it, I export the beat. I start writing a song.
Okay.
Then when I develop that melody, which is the hook or whatever I was repeating,
right,
I expand that ideology or whatever emotion that was going to the beat. I need to stretch that emotions out.
Mr. Vron 101, do your homework, guys.
Yeah. So then when I stretch that idea out, and I can now say, okay, cool, I love what I'm hearing, and I got to go record.
Right.
When I record, mix my song, I bounce it, I'm ready to dump it in.
Like, how are you so confident to know? Like, sometimes, like, you might do it. Like, it's one thing to record a song and have somebody produce it for you. But to be able to record a song, produce it yourself, and still have the confidence to drop it and promote it. One thing I like about you, you understand the importance of marketing. You know, you're not just finna drop a song, even if it's a banger.
Yeah.
You gotta promote it. You gotta do the underground work.
One thing that I always do is that I have to promote myself. If I don't post me, who will post me?
Right.
Ask yourself that question. If you don't do it, who will do it? If you don't believe in yourself, can you sell yourself? The one principle of selling is that you should be willing to buy.
Right.
Before you can sell to people, you should be willing to buy from people.
Right. Sure.
So, for example, I can't sell a product I don't like. So I have to like the product, understand the product, use the product, enjoy the product before I can sell it. So as
so your man is selling booth in Fargo?
Yeah.
Stop.
For me, selling my music I have to sell that idea to myself. If I can't buy it, another person cannot.
So you're sold already and they already, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have to sell myself there.
And that's the beauty of doing what you love sometimes, you feel me? Love it first.
Now, I went through a very heavy process of doubting myself. I never believed myself.
The way you talk now, like it sounds like you've been confident your whole life.
I mean, all of us have to learn to master confidence.
Right.
Confidence is practiced. If you stop, you lose it. So you practice confidence. If I like this, what I'm hearing, now the question is, I listen to what I'm hearing, and I'm like, does this sound good to me? If I was going to listen to a song, can I listen to this? Am I getting feedback from this?
Right.
Or am I getting too high of my own supply?
Right.
Some
dudes make a song and they
so I have to look at it. Then when I do that analysis, the first thing I do is send it to my friends. I say, "What do you think about it?
Right.
What does this make you feel?" And then they say, "Oh, it's bro, this shit fire." I say, "Okay, cool, no problem." Boom. If one person likes it and I like it, there's two people that likes it. I don't care about the next person.
For sure.
They can or cannot. That's why when I wrote Hustler Holik wasn't the first idea to that song. The first idea was my way. I want to live my life my way. And I realized that, okay, because I changed from Hustler Holik to my way, I was like, no, the song doesn't fix in my way. Then I went back and I did the Hustler Holik. I scratched everything.
And that's going to take you far because you understand, you have a vision. And if something doesn't make sense right there.
It didn't sound well.
Right.
It didn't just, it worked, but it didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Right.
You know, people would have still liked it, but it wasn't exactly what I want. Now, I don't know, if I had 1 million followers today, that song would be on every platform. If I had the funding that every other person have, that would be one of the biggest songs released this year. And it is the biggest song released. The only thing is that, you see, I have not reached a lot of audience at the moment because reaching those people is important. But I gotta gradually do it. You've been
linked with a bunch of big names. You said as when you work with these artists and these people as a producer or as an artist?
No. You know, we've done shows together.
Oh, promoter too? Let's talk about it.
There is a show that I do. I do mini shows. I don't do big shows. I do mini shows, mini events. It's a mini experience. I'm organizing one in Fargo. So you will be able to come in and experience what it is. So
the Vron show, the vibes.
It's an experience.
Yeah, we need more guys.
And what I do
push the culture.
The thing about it is that I want to support parents because I am a parent.
Right.
I know the difficulty for parents to come out and have fun with their kids. So, you know, my show includes you bringing your kids, having a very good, your kids have good time, you have good time. So you're not just paying for you to have a good time and leave your kids, you're paying for everybody to have a good time.
Listening to how you talk, do you think one of your major pushes this with music is just the feeling it gives people the feel good?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is to improve the quality of life of people. If I can improve your life, then
I can tell you big on that.
So I want to improve the quality of life of people, and how I can do that is creating opportunity to make their life better.
Has that ever bit you? And first of all, shout out, welcome to Fargo. You feel me? Yeah. First of all, I'm glad to have you on PRTV. I like how you say you only been to Fargo for a year. We have a lot of great people in Fargo doing great things, and I feel like you will be a tremendous boost to the entertainment economy we have going on here.
Yeah.
And I would really like you to, later on, sit down with some people so y'all can talk about great things. I like your vision, your take on pushing peace, you feel me?
Yeah.
Musically, the Afro vibes is coming crazy.
Oh, we're going crazy.
Now, right?
Yeah.
What's pushing you right now? You know, like you said, everybody has doubts, and right now with the way the world is, everything's crazy. What is one thing that's pushing you in?
The driving force is I want to leave a legacy. The world, I can't leave the world, and my kids don't know who I am. You see, whatever I do, my kids will look back and say, "Oh, that's that." I'm talking to my kids. All my songs is an advice to my kids. I'm speaking to my wife. There is a song I have for my son. You know, when he's born, I will write a song. When you listen to it, you may never know. It may touch you, but it is sometimes everything I do is about family, about my dad. My dad, you know, when I do my first big headline show, I want him to sit in front and see what that looks like. It's time to put a smile on people's face. It is not a small journey, it's a long one. And I'm ready to play the long game, but as far as I'm doing something towards that, you know, that end goal. And that is important. It's absolutely one of the biggest driving force for me is my family. I'm a son, but
And that right there, that's what's gonna keep you going.
Yeah, because I mean, as he comes, I would have to talk to him about life. Parents.
And you want to put yourself in a position to where you can say something and you're leading by example. You know what I mean?
I can't do what I don't preach. Don't be a fake preacher. Never gets his message across.
Right.
A fake preacher preaches too much and does too less. So if I'm gonna tell my son, hey, I want you to work hard. I want you to work hard. He needs to see me working hard.
Facts.
If my son is born today, before you were born, I have 20 sons. That's who I am. I've done this. That's the staple for your father. So if I'm telling you can achieve it, then you're gonna know that I can. I have.
Right.
If I'm talking about hustler Holik, I now tell my son, the best thing you can do for the poor is to become one less poor man in the world. Because when we talk about poverty alleviation, we're talking about a system that pulls people out of poverty. So your best bet is to let him not be part of the poor people.
Yeah. Let the change.
So which means
let the change start
change
with you.
begins with you.
Yeah, facts.
So that's the hustler Holik side of it.
Right.
And that is what that line is. Then,
I thought when you drop Hustle, okay, so Hustle Holik, you dropped a banging single. Is that like a single to like an EP or album?
All my songs is leading to an album. It's a story. If you follow my song, you will listen. If you listen to any of my song and follow everything that is on there, it is a pure journey. It is a picture. It's painted clearly for you to see. So one thing is that every song tells you where I am.
So okay, this particular story. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah.
This particular story did it start with Hustle Holik, or was there a song before that?
All my life, I've always asked the question until I answered that question. Now begins a new journey in my life.
Right.
Now
it starts with Hustle Holik.
What is love? You're looking for love. I started searching for it. Now when I released my EP in 2020, which was called What is Love?
Okay.
It's still telling you that I'm searching. So you got to understand the psychology of what that time meant. I had a song with, on that EP, I had a song with Sefa from Ghana, very big star, very, very fine artist. She's beautiful. And in that particular sound, it goes to, okay, what is love? The first thing I did was, you've got to ask questions about, people have different definition of love. And I didn't know this until I started working on that EP. What is love? Is love, people have this freaky side of them. Is when you like freaky things, does that mean you love the person? Is that what it is? So I have a song there called
Is it love or is it lust?
Good, freaky loving. Okay, what is that? So that song right there is talking about that. Okay, you come over here. I have
also every question you have in life at a particular time, you make songs trying to find the answer.
Yeah.
Or you make songs for anybody else who might have that same question.
This is the question I'm asking. But this is what I'm thinking. Which of these is the answer? I'm looking for an answer. So it's about searching for something. Then I met that one. I met all my life. I said, okay, when we fight and make up, people say, without these, there's many things about love. So when I started making that album, when I finished that with that album, I met my girlfriend. I was like, oh, cool. It's time to make money. Get money on the road.
I trust you. I like that. So it's real. It's real music.
Good. It's time to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get the money. It's time to tell you how the situation is. Then that's money.
Yeah.
Then when I finished Money on the Road, I met 26 on 5. Okay, here 26 on 5. Well, now I have way more confidence than I had years before. Many times I have come with a vibe, something to elevate their mind. Keep them on the groove for the night. Put the juju for a different look. Many times they lie. All these people want to contest. All these people want to contest. Many times that I can't see the vibe. This night I can turn off the light. I see 26 on 5. Put it on me like that. I say they must confess.
Yeah,
that
man.
I come with a different vibe. So I'm coming with a different style. It's no longer the old me. It's a new me. It's a new type of me. I got blood of a lion. I've been fighting so many battles.
Yeah,
I've been winning so many conquests from all the haters with the bother me.
Everything's super.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So all those things makes a very perfect and intricate sense to tell you this is where I am.
Right.
But 2021, when I released that, to 2022 was a silence. And what was I doing? I was hustling. I was addicted to the chase.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, I'm a hustler, Holik. I'm addicted to it.
So in other words, an EP album. How we come?
My life is an album already. So you got.
Yeah, I'm saying. What can the fans look? Because PRTV.
What I'm saying is, the fans should look forward to an album probably next year. I will drop a whole project. But if you follow
we should
me
do something
day,
like a release party or something.
Yeah, if you follow me every day, and you stay in touch, you will understand the story.
Where can people find you?
I mean, on Instagram, Facebook, I'm all everywhere, man.
Mr.
Vron. MRVRON.
Snapchat, Facebook.
Everywhere.
Mr. Vron.
Yes.
That's MR.VRON.
Yeah. So you find me, search me on Google, you got me. I'm the first thing that will pop up on Google. Mr. Vron, I'm the first thing you'll see. You don't make it. There's no two of me. It's one of me. I'm everywhere.
You feel me?
So, but music is an absolutely life-changing to me, and I hope whatever I make today, if anybody listens to it, is I don't want my kids growing up and seeing negativity. I'm a big embodiment of what I want them to see in the world. I'm the change I want to see in the world. I can't tell you, I want this to be better, and I'm going over here and say, I don't give a damn, I'm doing this. No, I want to see that change. Even though I tell my story, there is a lot of violence in life that I've actually sustained. A lot of crazy ones, a lot of good ones. You may want to see that side of me, but it's not the side I want my kids to see.
Right.
I want if somebody challenge me, good.
You want to show how you coming.
But the most important thing is that the sound you hear gets you through the day.
Right.
The music I make, if you listen to Hustler Holik, if you listen to 26 on 5, you cannot listen to 26 on 5 and not feel big. If you don't feel big, then there's something wrong with you. 26 on 5 must always make you feel like you are rich. It was designed, I took time to design that particular sound because I wanted to feel that way. I wanted to feel strong. I wanted to feel empowered. I wanted to feel elevated. And that is what that song is. Many times I've come with a vibe, something to elevate their mind.
Yeah.
So when you go to that part where they say, I'm a winner. That song tells you that I am a winner. I've been winning so many conquests. A lot of us go through life. We've fought through many battles. We've won many things. You don't know how many fights you win every single day. Don't beat yourself too much.
If you would have quit, you would not be here to do any of this.
Yeah, but that's it. But the fight, the struggle, the moments you've lived in your life, you've gone through many heartbreaks. You're still here. You're strong. You fought through many days you were broke. You're still here.
Right.
You fought. That's what 26 on 5 is all about. That's it. That's the picture.
And I feel like that's the song that you like. It sounds like a dope song. It sounds like that's the song, but a song like Love Me was the one who blew up. But you never questioned the process. You kept going, going.
Love Me, I already knew Love Me was this young boy who was actually wondering if the girl that was beside him is crazy or if he actually really loved me. Listen, do you love me or is this a joke? Is this another trick? A lot of people have tricked me. Now, I didn't come to that conclusion because I was just this magical. No, it's like, okay, a lot of girls will come, Victor, do my assignment, you're handsome, I love you. And then they get what they want. And then they're with another guy. So is this one really interested? or is it another scam? That's the song. From the first time that I said,
has there ever been a time? Has there ever been a time you give up on love?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple times but I've always, I don't know. Nah, listen. I don't know. I'm gonna say that. Love may be a fantasy. Love may be. Now, love at first sight doesn't exist for me. I think it's lost. What you do have in the first day is lost.
Oh yeah, that.
Then what you do after that is love.
Before we wrap this up, right?
Yeah.
35 bodies are female.
Mm-hmm.
Having 35 bodies.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name, but some lady just went. She did you know Shannon Sharp? Shannon Sharp, he does like interviews and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
He interviewed this lady, and she said her body count is 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are split, right? She's a grown woman, so I mean, she's not like old, but she's like say 25, 26, 27-ish, 30-ish, right? 35 bodies. Some people think that's too much. Some people think 35 bodies, that ain't nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to go through. There's one part of my brain that is so crazy, and there's another one that is wrong, and there is another one here. But I'll go with the one here. Now, let me tell you something.
Right.
As a man, the one with 35 bodies, is it scary? Yes. Why does she have so much body? I don't know. But then another thing is, it depends on the guy that's going to take on the challenge. That's something people never talk about. I could tell you it's too much. I could tell you it's not too much.
But you never know how much.
But if the guy that's going to marry her is comfortable with it, clap for him. He just won an award. But the question is, does he end well? Or does he end badly? That will be something we'll find out based on who is married. Marriage in today's world is tough because of the chaos around it.
Right.
It's tough. And marriage is important. Marriage was not, you see, the beginning man was not created to be alone. Independence is not of God.
Do you, nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, you just said you work with
big
Papoose.
Celebrities.
Yeah, you say you
that
work.
Are divorcing.
Yeah, like
big celebrities.
Papoose and Remy Ma, bro. First of all, let's start there.
But
that's crazy.
Let's
see how that man
the situation about Remy Ma and Papoose. I don't know. Was there battle rap? Could be a gun against any of them. Could be just a setup. You see, Hollywood is a movie. Hollywood is a movie. Oh, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian married, the biggest marriage. They divorced, the biggest. Is all a show. Be careful what you believe. This whole shit is a show. It's a freak show.
Yeah, like whenever they want to promote an album or some stuff like that.
Good, there is always a show. So I just don't believe what goes on over there, because you know what? And I'm going to sit over here and understand that some things are not real. If people will put filter on Instagram to tell you this is how they look, case closed, man. Then Hollywood is not real. Hollywood is movie, is a show on its own. If you go there and you are not ready to act shows, you are not going to like. Your life has to change. You have to become an actor.
Right. Do you believe in an Illuminati?
They exist. If people talk about it, then it exists. There's all.
Yeah.
It exists.
I've had so many arguments about that. At first, I used to think it didn't exist and stuff. But the way you're speaking on Hollywood, stuff like that, you just...
Now, Hollywood is a movie. All you have to do is either you're acting for good or you're acting for bad. It's just how it is. Everybody is an actor. Yo, this person has devoted me. It's all an action. And I know when I see, you see, when you go to social media, be careful of the script they play on you. In Holik, it says, life is a game, I'm rolling my dice. If you're afraid to lose, you can't play this. You know, life is a movie. I'm writing my script. Life is a movie. It's a game and it's a movie. You have to be willing to play the game and write your script. You are the actor, you are the producer, you are the script writer. If you are not willing to write your script, another person will write it for you.
Exactly.
That's it.
Perfectly well.
Yeah. So,
couple of questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, favorite male musician right now, artist in any genre.
My own?
Overall, just one.
My own favorite musician?
Yeah.
Right now, I love Burna Boy.
Burna Boy?
Still my favorite.
Favorite male. Okay. Why Burna Boy?
Because
you were just saying earlier you hope America don't take artists. The way Burna Boy came in and like now he's not doing.
Burna Boy was not accepted by Africans at the beginning.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that.
That's where I heard him from. The African giant.
Well, you had an African giant, but Africa, Nigeria didn't accept Burna Boy the way he needs to be accepted. But unfortunately, when the world accepted him, we now said, "Oh yeah, we like him." So,
favorite female artist.
That's a hard one. Now, I love Thames. It's a great artist. But yeah, Thames is just good.
Like I feel like an artist, Asaka Star or something. What the name is?
Ira Star.
Man,
Ira Star is an artist.
People be sleeping on her.
I don't know. See, Ira Star is young, has a young blood. But the thing about it is,
some rush.
Ira Star need a brand, big time. That's it.
Well, out of all these Afrobeat artists right now, right? Which one of them do you like really want to work with?
I want to work with me all the time.
And that's one thing I peeped through. You barely have features, bro. But man barely has features. You got features, and I know you can get it.
I have big features on those places.
No, I know you can get it.
Now the thing about it is, if I'm gonna work with anyone right now, and they say, Victor, pick somebody to work with, it will still be Burna Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Not because that he is big, but because of the energy he brings to the creativity. See, my goal is not to have, he's famous, bring him to my sound and we're going to blow up. No. It is the energy you bring to my audience, the energy you bring to the community that I'm building. That is more important to me.
Right.
Now, Burna Boy brings an energy of realistic vibes. You know, I don't want to just take someone helping on my vibe, giving me vibe on vibe. I don't want vibe on vibe. You can vibe any day you want. What is more important is what I feed the masses. If I'm feeding them proper information, I mean, if you don't like the sound, you're going to miss out either way. You miss out on the sound.
It's quality over quantity.
The same thing Apple does. Apple, iPhone, Samsung, they make the best phone. That's why they are selling. Either you are going to Samsung or you're going to Apple. It's not because Apple is the best. It's just that Apple takes time to create the damn product.
Facts.
Burna Boy does not just walk into a studio and he takes time to create his damn product. So when I bring in energy, I want to give you the best possible product.
And the sky's the limit with that, you feel me? At least you care for it. And that goes to where everything you've been saying. You make music to feel good and all the, you know what I'm saying? You're expressing yourself, but at the same time you care for somebody. Like you make music, like you say, you make music for like your kids. Like you never know how it's gonna affect somebody, right?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Vron, the sky's the limit. You've been going crazy. I love your sound. Yeah. I feel like you're really gonna be big. You feel me? You are gonna be huge. I'll tell you that.
He said I'm gonna be. I'm already big.
You're big, but you're gonna be bigger.
People don't know yet.
You feel me? I feel like you're gonna be big. You know, now I feel like I want to see you in. The sky's the limit. We all going up together. You feel me?
Yes.
Now, do you have any last words for my PRTV guest who got introduced to Mr. Vron? He sat down with us. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like your input on the Afro beat. Yeah. I gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
Any last words? Now,
my last words would be, whatever you do, whatever your hand finds doing, do it with all your heart. put all your soul in it. I do music with all my heart. Is what I do. I mean, I'm good at a lot of stuff, but this is what I could wake up every day and I can champion any sound I want. I could get it sounding good. But it's what I do, and it is who I am. I want people to know when you do something, be passionate about it. You know, whatever you force on yourself doesn't work. You may work for a while, but it will drown you. But whatever you love, find joy doing. So always do, you know, some people do bad things that they find joy doing. I'm not giving you a go ahead to go explore your bad ideas, but I'm saying whatever you do, let it be a full contribution to the world. Let the world hear you. Let the world know you're contributing a positivity that can create an environment that is peace. Because we've all lived in this life, war is not good, chaos is not good, school shooting is not good. All these things are not good. But if we can put in some positivity, we may have some peace in this world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Vron.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.
Blessings.
The thing they hit me like a bongo. I beg you bring another shy show. Take your lady to the condo. If we dey hit and she dey sharp more.